Hello, everybody. This is Frank with Iron Age News on the South Florida Conservative News Service. It's sunny Monday. It's 92,000 degrees out. July 21st, 12/20. Hopefully, you're all at lunch so you can digest this little snippet here. We're going to be talking about the political brawl, which is going to occur over the Rescissions Act of 2025, a bill that aims to cut nearly $9 billion in previously approved federal spending. So, what's at stake? More than numbers on a spreadsheet. This debate exposes real tensions with both political parties, especially shining the spotlight on the GOP and a number of so-called Republicans. The rescission package, strongly backed by the Trump administration, in fact, masterminded by the Trump administration, targets areas many conservatives see as bloated or ideologically misaligned with voter priorities. Roughly 8 billion with a B in reductions to foreign aid, particularly to nations that have poor records on cooperating with the United States. About 1.1 billion in cuts to public broadcasting, primarily NPR and PBS. Organizations critics say have lost neutrality, which we know is true. Previously included $400 million cut to PEPFAR, which is an AIDS, HIV slush fundy thing that runs under the executive branch. And related global health programs was removed through bipartisan negotiation, which means it's back into the budget and it was originally out. All right, because nothing says whatever like more HIV medicine that obviously is not working in the rest of the world. So what remains is a focused effort to claw back unspent or misused funds. Many see this as a smart way to address fiscal responsibility without jeopardizing key humanitarian programs such as PEPFAR. Once again, we did something on PEPFAR a while ago. A couple of big question marks in there. Why is the United States paying for all this for the rest of the world, especially for countries that really are diametrically opposed to us in some senses? So not every Republican is on board, as is expected. Senator Suzanne Collins of Maine, Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska voted against the bill, voicing concerns over transparency and the impact on critical global aid and rural services. Murkowski's thing was, if I shut down NPR, the gold miners will have to resort to husky fighting and this, that, and the other thing of Jack London-esque bullshit to get the news out. Obviously, Lisa Murkowski hasn't gotten out into the tundra lately because they all have access, but that's her bullshit story. Senator Mitch McConnell hasn't opposed the bill outright because that's how he is. He's very passive aggressive, but has expressed unease over executive overreach and how the rescission process could upset future bipartisan budgeting, meaning he has had his nose taken out of the trough. He is owed nothing by the Trump administration. He is owed nothing by the American people. He has operated like a kleptocratic bully for decades, right? Destroying careers of people who would have been much more helpful to the United States than himself. But we're stuck with him until he dies, which obviously is not happening anytime soon. Okay, these aren't ideological betrayals so much as a clash in strategy, all right? They didn't believe any of this in the first place, so you can't really be so hard on them. And this is really between those pushing for bold fiscal rollback and those urging more incremental bipartisan budgeting. We'll say that. Sounds better, right? Many in the conservative wing argue that passing the rescissions as is essential. The bill has already been softened to preserve core humanitarian spending with PEPFAR and a couple of other things. Any further delay or amendment risks collapsing the fragile consensus needed to avoid another budget standoff. A successful passage would signal Congress can still exercise its power of the purse responsibly. If reopened, the process could spiral into paralysis, or defeat the original intent, which was to cut waste and restore trust in federal spending discipline. If they fight back on this, the average mom, pa, kettle are going to say, these guys are just in it to steal money, which they are, but they're openly doing it, which they are. Okay. This isn't just a question of red versus blue, it's about vision. Should Congress lean into decisive fiscal moves, even if it risks controversy? Or do we return to the negotiating table for every concern, even when consensus has already been reached? The citizens need to, once again, weigh in. Jam up your congressman and senators' email, jam up their phone line, see them in public, say, hey, you rich bastard, this is what I want done, or I'm going to fling horse shit at you every chance I get. It's the only things that you have available to you now, but they are starting to realize there are plenty of other opportunist thieves out there who would like to undercut these guys. I'm sure people are sitting around in Mitch McConnell's district trying to figure out how to get rid of him. So that's all we have on this now. We'll see more as the drama unfolds. So otherwise, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later on. Goodbye.